Back at it again. Okay, so I know I haven't been on here for a minute, but life has been lifing. So on that note, I just came to talk to you about gossip. No, not really gossip, but I came to talk to you about defending yourself. You do not need to defend yourself. You don't need to vindicate yourself from other people. Allow people to talk. If someone or a group of people are gossiping about you, allow them to do that. If the people who are on the receiving end are, and when I say on the receiving end, the people who are listening to this gossip are joining in, speaking negatively about you, cursing you, like spreading rumors, whatever the case may be, allow them to. Do not defend yourself. You do not need to defend yourself because God will defend you, right? And you don't need to defend yourself. Why do you have to prove yourself to others? If people believe negative things about you and they're not true, that goes to show that person's character. And if those people are Christians, then it's an error it's either error in their ways or error in their character or they're sinning. But in general, if they want to believe negative things about you, that goes to show how they really felt about you, right? Because if you are a Christian and you hear something bad about someone, you either take it with a grain of salt or you, depending on the situation, discuss it with the person. But like going on a rampage, spreading rumors, addressing it in public, doing crazy things like that, talking to other people about it, that's not of God. And so I said that to say, you don't need to defend yourself. If you didn't do anything wrong, even if you did something wrong, you don't need to defend yourself. God will always defend you. He will always bring things to light. Whether it's wrong or right, he will always bring things to light. So you don't need to defend yourself against people's accusations, falsities, or whatever they're doing. You don't. And the people who are continuing on with the nonsense, allow them to. God will always give you a seat at the table. Not only will he give you a seat at the table, but he said, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. So you need to take action against people who are doing negative things or speaking negative things. It does not matter if they're Christians. It doesn't matter if they're friends. It doesn't matter if they, or supposed friends, I should say. It doesn't matter if they're co-workers. It doesn't matter if they're family. It doesn't matter if they're significant others. It doesn't matter if they're neighbors. Whatever the case may be, you don't need to defend yourself. Everything always comes to light. Whatever's hidden in the dark will always come to light. So you don't ever need to do the work because that's what God's for, right? And not only that, but if God has assigned angels to you, do you think that you need to go forth and like take things into your own hands? You don't. Allow people to talk, right? Because you get to see the fruits of their spirit. You get to see their character. And also, God will give you a seat at the table, baby. Because one thing I know about me is people who have done crazy things to me, God has always either opened the door for me to be vindicated or by like myself, like through my own through the use of like me, period, or he would just handle it whatever way and people will find out for themselves. But you don't gotta do anything. And I'll give a perfect example. I had a coworker who literally was like, she kept doing nonsense and saying things, and I know she was talking about me to other people and stuff like that. I never ever said anything. I never addressed it. I never said anything. I just let it go. I let her run her mouth, say all the nonsense that she was saying. I never addressed it until it came to a point where I didn't have a choice because she put me in a situation where I had to speak up. And in the situation, all the things that she was doing, all the things that she was saying came out. I didn't do one thing. She put me in a situation where I had no other choice but to speak up. And I was completely vindicated. And I say that to say that her true character came out, her heart came out, and I didn't really do nothing. And so I say, and when I say I really didn't do anything, like Shorty was doing crazy stuff, and I literally did nothing to this lady. And so I say that to say, you don't have to defend yourself. Let people talk. Let them think whatever they want. Be you. Live the way like Christ has called you to live, the best that you can, and call it a day. But don't allow people to get to you enough where you need to be like, I need to defend myself. I need to say something. You don't. And I'm not saying don't speak up for yourself, because if you have to address something with someone, that's fine. But when people are spreading rumors or talking negative or placing curses on you or calling negative things on you, you don't need to. You just rebuke it, and you need to pray for them. Pray for those people. Pray that God will bless them. Pray that God will help them so they don't do that to other people, and just move on with your life. And you can either, depending on who the person is, create a boundary, move forward. You don't know what that person's issue is. It could be that they have rejection issues. It could be that they have pride issues. Whatever the case may be, It could be just them not dealing with their own trauma and needing healing. But whatever the case may be, allow them to talk. Allow them to talk. Just don't be the person to talk. Let them do whatever they want. Let them tell their stories to whomever they need to. That's fine. God will always vindicate you. And on that note, don't also forget, I forgot to say this part. Like, once you become a Christian, you are anointed by God. Period. You might not be a prophet. You might not be a pastor. You could just be a regular person just walking with Christ. But once you become a Christian and you give your life to Christ, He has anointed you as His child. So the Bible does say, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. And in that being said, do just that. Don't do nothing. And because God said He'll handle it. So He already gave the warning. So you don't got to do nothing. And if you are going through anything where people are talking about you, or accusing you of things that did not occur, or just like giving falsities, allow them to. Allow them to, and bless them and pray for them because they need prayer. Okay? And it doesn't mean the person's your enemy. It just means that maybe that person's not for you, or they have their own issues that they need to deal with, right? And you can make a decision to create boundaries or distance yourself, or maybe just cut them off, or cut those people off if those people are like involved in like that kind of stuff. But pray for them because they need it. And that's it. And on that note, this is